I freaking have to remember to check if my mic switch is off or on all the time, because I'd be forgetting. Looks like it's on. It is time. I gotta make sure my audio is good. Yeah. Nah, I don't think I should change anything serious. Oh snap! Dang! I can't play online! This thing is taking forever. There we go. Okay. Okay. So let me see what's up with ranked, but the time is what it says. I'm only watching Combo Breaker Day 3 for the crowd and the stream reaction, because I know everyone's either going to freaking hate it because they know what's coming. Fahk was just as broke as when he arrived, so him being normally broke is probably gonna stir some reaction, and I'm so here for it. Not because of the character, like, no. Even I hate fighting Fahk. I don't care if they're a good player, I still hate it. It's like fighting an immense brick wall with a ton of and like block breaking options. Block breaking options. Like, it's stupid. But you know, the devs want to do, and I feel like they should be taking notes from. So this is from a conversation a friend and I had earlier. But instead of taking notes from each other, you know, follow the good decisions. Most of the time, it's just an exchange of poor decisions between each other that never works. But yet they keep doing the follow the leader in the worst way possible. They should be looking outside of the FGC for who to take example from, like Marvel's Rivals. Bro, these skins, the customization, bro. Oh, Luna. Oh my god. First it was Luna, now it's Storm's new skin. Hi, Garson. Now it's Storm's new skin, and oh my god, her hair. Her hair is crazy. I love it. I love when game designers give black characters, mostly females, giant freaking hair, because most of the time it's black women with giant freaking hair. That's not a stereotype, I'm serious. Like, I don't know, like, I come from a line of black people who mostly, like, if their hair isn't long, it's either in some curly crazy updo that looks really good. Like my cousin Bree, I remember at one point she used to wear these long pigtails and her hair was straight. Yo, that's fire. And then I discovered Hatsune Miku. I was like, oh, okay, nuts. And it's like, I freaking love when game devs give black women really long, cool hair, man. Marvel's is a dope game. Marvel's is a dope game. Like, I feel like Capcom and the Tekken team needs to take notes from game companies like Shift Up. You know what they did for their employees? For the people who work on making sure the game actually plays correctly and making the game better with DLCs and all that programming, you know what they did for the people who keep the game running? They gave them a $100 bonus each, along with a free PS5 Pro. You know what Tekken did? It gave the higher-ups incentives to make more opinions about a game they probably don't even touch. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that crazy? Imagine boss getting a raise while you're still working for the same pay for a game you care about. Crazy, isn't it? Your boss who had nothing to say about this game probably doesn't even know what it is getting a raise instead of you who works on it almost every day for a living. Isn't that amazing? Like, that is completely redundant. They should be paying more attention to the people who work on the game. If your higher-ups are getting deeper pockets and your employees are the same junk, and they've been working on the game for the past year and a half, what are you doing? You should be paying attention to the people who actually keep this thing running. Because if it wasn't for them, you wouldn't have deep pockets in the first place. I swear, man. Take notes, bro. Marvel for gameplay and customization, of course, and how to do items and stuff. But, like, take note from Shift Up for your employees, man. Heck, if I could work for Shift Up, I would, but I don't understand Korean. Plus, I don't know much about the story, so I would kind of just be sitting there observing, or just learning, I guess. That was only a one-time episode, MC. I don't want you flirting with my moms. I don't want you flirting with my moms, bro. Why does everyone have 3 bars? But like, yeah, I'm watching Combo Breaker Day 3 for the reaction of the crowd, and for the reaction. I want to see if people actually boo, or if they're not gonna boo. To switch up just because they see Fahk in action in his trailer. Eesh. I just don't get the hype. Nor do I understand why, of all people, he had to be back. There's just like, you don't resell the same garbage from last year and think that's gonna fly. People aren't dumb. Tekken Fandom used to be kind of dumb, not gonna lie. With all the backwards junk they were spewing. Mimicking the professional players just because they liked the character they played and they liked the person. Well, at least the persona on screen. Like, just because you like someone doesn't mean you have to be a parrot, you know? But, you know, I don't care if people like me. I know I got hot takes and hot opinions, but we're just here for— what? Yeah, she does. But I don't want you flirting with my moms, man. Back off! Back off! You're in California. But seriously though, like, can Master Raven come back with a Kimberly-esque outfit? I would very much love that, you know? Because ain't no way Kimberly over here, that second outfit looking like a mini Master Raven. Can we get an outfit switch for Maven in Tekken 8, please? I would really love to see what she looked like in some really cool 90s style-ish. Like, that would be so dope. Reminds me of that one time I thought of a Jet Set Radio Tekken crossover. What's the well for? Why are you saying well like you about to reveal some crazy news? Stop gatekeeping! Ah! Oh my god! You guys were entertained, bruh. One, it was a one-time thing. Besides, the next time that's gonna happen, I want my mom to be able to talk into a mic, and she isn't really up to it. Back off, Unc! I appreciate your enthusiasm, but back off, bro. You're cool, and I like you and all, but back off my moms! Do I only like— I am heavy on the Jamie. I do like Jamie as well. He is my close secondary. Technically I should be playing Chun-Li because she fits more my style. She's more similar to Master Raven in terms of play style. But Jamie is literally all Shadow Sprint inputs, which is but I really love Jamie. I mean, 1, he's hot. 2, he's also a pretty boy. 3, he breakdances! That's literally my 3 reasons. That and him and Kimberly are shippable. Yes, I am the first person to ship Jamie and Kimberly. And yes, I do have proof. It's on my fanfiction AO3 page. Jamberly for the win. I love those 2. Hi, Major! Glad to see you, bro! I was just talking about our conversation earlier where I was saying Tekken and Capcom need to take notes from Marvel's rivals in terms of how to deal with their game and how to treat their devs. Because that's nuts, you know? To know that you've been working on this so long, but you haven't got a raise and your boss has. Your boss who probably doesn't care about the game more than they do their pockets, and they get a raise, an incentive to put an opinion on something you work on and you care about more than they do. Isn't that nuts? That's crazy, isn't it? You work on the game, but your boss gets the raise. Yeah, that sounds more like corporate America. Yeah, that sounds more like corporate America. You do some hard work, the boss takes the credit. Corporate America. That's what that sounds like. Now if I can find Fang, I'm blind. Where the freak is Fang? Yep. Excuse me. But that's nuts. Man, if I worked at Tekken, if I worked for the Tekken team, I'd be like, where's my race? Oh. Oof. Tekken 8 is a cash grab? Bruh. At least make it a successful cash grab. That is crazy. That is crazy. It's a cash grab, but it's not even a successful cash grab. That is sad. Now if they had one where it was just the jacket without the shirt, that would be cool, but since they don't, there's only one thing I can do! That's nuts. That's crazy. You know, if it's gonna be a cash grab, let it be a successful one that actually works and makes the customers happy. Not it be a terrible cash grab that appeases nobody. And them trying to appease Japan. That's the one thing I don't understand. Like, it's a hard lesson with life. You try and appease somebody, you end up appeasing no one. It's just one of the things that comes with being a video game. You try to appease like a certain audience and it doesn't work and you end up turning off your normal audience. It's kind of putting yourself in a bad hole. Like, you can't please everybody. And that's what happens with gaming. You just can't please everybody. You have to stay true to the audience you got. So I don't know why they're trying so hard to like make Tekken be a big thing in Japan when it's not gonna happen. Japan is Street Fighter territory. It is what it is. Just like how certain characters are made for certain regions, but they're only famous everywhere else but that region. It's like Shahu. people from the Middle East don't actually like Shahu, but people outside the Middle East do. I don't know who those 5 people are, but they do for some reason. Bro's got some meaty thighs under there. Dang, bro. Okay, what am I looking for? They don't give the dudes like normal shorts. Sucks. Where's this cool dude? Oh yeah, cool dude pants. Cool dude pants. Dun dun dun! June patch will save. Oh no. Trust the Cinnabons! Yes! New Rivals Lore Season 3? Oh, bet! Tell me! Text it to me! Text it to me, Major! Tell me about that, new lore. I gotta hear it. Hold up, I gotta look up Jamie's second outfit. And I forgot how the thing looks all... But yeah. It's crazy, man. You can't please everyone, and for some reason Tekken thinks they got enough power to do that, and they're not. It's not happening. Just stick with the audience you got, because once you lose the audience you have trying to go for this one crowd, it's over. It's over. Like, bro, just get with it, man. You can't appease that Japan crowd. No big deal. And pretty much everyone else. You know, Street Fighter fans or sometimes Tekken fans. Until the Tekken fans decide to leave you, then you're just left with, yeah. Boop. I can barely see the metal right now. What is changing here? Yeah, I don't know what's changing. I'm just gonna put it as white. I should reverse the colors for this. Man, Shahu just needs to get hit with a missile and an explosion trying to save Lily. That way he can be remembered as heroic. And then we can laugh at him getting blown up in the first place. Lore! That's how you do a character. Adam Warlock? What? Oh, that's crazy! Symbiote God? That is nuts. Dang, dude. That's epic. Alright, I think I got it. I think this is the best I can do right now. Yeah, that's the best I can do right now. That's crazy. Symbiote God? That's nuts. 8 out of 10. Oh yeah, everyone was talking about the modern comic. Oh yeah, barely disguised fetish, OP characters, multiverses. For some reason there's several versions of Batman. Like, what the freak? This is why I stick to movies, because they nerf characters respectfully. It's realistic because, sure, Batman doesn't kill people, but killing people is kind of unavoidable in his field of work. You deal with bad guys. Someone's gonna die whether you want them to or not. I don't get why people were mad about Man of Steel. He ruined a whole city. People in that building didn't make it when they weren't focused on the main characters. Hello? I don't know, the contradictions are crazy. Like, Batman isn't supposed to kill, but you kinda can't avoid it anyway. Bro lives in a populated city that's a worse version of New York. It's unavoidable, inevitable. You can try to save everyone, but you can't save everyone. That's just how the world works. And for some reason, everyone got a big fuss about it. Sure, that court scene was pretty dumb, because it's like, you literally could have just yeeted man's wheelchair out of there. You know, stand in the stand in the room and let the place blow up. That was the only part I didn't like. But other than that, it's kind of like there's no way to avoid it, man. But okay, let's talk about a movie and trash it because it's being realistic. You literally being a superhero, you can't save everyone. But okay, whatever. Let's see, where's Kazuya or Yakuza? Name backwards is Yakuza. put Kazuya into Yakuza. But like name the character Yakuza. No one will notice the difference, I swear. Really missing those ticket tag hairstyles a lot. Really missing those hairstyles a lot. But you know, it's all good. Same town, same hood. Ah, what the freak is it? Wait, what? Kazuya over here shaped like a long body wine glass. Wow. They don't give the guys any cool shorts. That sucks. Ah well. Which superhero from Marvel is the most handsome / attractive? Black Panther. Now if you're mad at my answer, that's your fault. I wasn't gonna say Thor. Or freaking Iron Man or Tony Stark. Black Panther, obviously. Rest in peace, King T'Challa. But, like, Black Panther, obviously. Now, I could do something with this. Wait, let me change the pants. Maybe I could change the pants, because I have an idea. I'm about to turn Kazuya into... Let me shut up. Really wishing I had a slice of cake today, but I ate the last slice of cake. Chocolate was good. Wait a minute. Isn't Tekken 7 supposed to be receiving an update or something? Hold up. I know it's, hold up. Tekken 7 update. Images. 2024. I'm tripping, is it? I could have sworn Rada made a whole post of... Dang, I can't even remember. But yeah, I'm pretty sure there was supposed to be an update. I don't remember when it is though. But maybe I'll have to check later. Or maybe I could just... Let me see. Because I know I made a big deal about it at one point. I can't even remember where it is. Dang. Let me see. Do 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 do. Kodo 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 kodo. Da 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 da. Anyway. Dang it. Bro's got Shadow Labyrinth as his as his ticket, as his banner. That's nuts. Bro's got Shadow Labyrinth on his banner. Let me see. Where is... Dang, man, they got rid of that poster. That post turned out to be a farce. It was a whole thing where people were talking about an update for Tekken 7. Turned out, I guess it wasn't real, or it's just old. But I do remember that it was supposed to be in June. So we'll see if something happens. But anywho, back to trying to customize Kazuya because I lost my train of thought. Infused with Iron Fist? Oh my GOSH! I need to see that. Yo, Iron Fist! I'm not becoming an Iron Fist, mate! Bye! That's crazy. Make him look like a hot Cheeto. I'm trying out something here. I like what I see. Like it, Picasso. The color of the universe is a shade of beige called Cosmic Latte. Let me shut up. I think I might have to turn that... Hottest female of characters, Black Widow, Scarlet Witch. I'm only going for Black Widow on that one. Missing something now. Avengers. You said Avengers. Hold up. I'm over here about to freaking reveal. I'm over here about to make myself slip up. Yeah, Iron Fist looks dope. You're half right on that, but you know, to each their own. Scarlet Witch is boring to look at. She's red. That's it. I've never been bored looking at the color red until I looked at Scarlet Witch. I'm like, ugh. I'm gonna change this. What should I change it to? Yeah, this seems more fitting. Not that. Oh my god, I hate it when it does that. Grip. Alright, whatever. Or I could just do this. Yeah, this matches more. Yeah, might as well. Now I just need to change the head. Boop. Wait a minute. Never mind. Never mind. I'm thinking something else. I'm thinking something else. Anyone ever turn Genryu into Harada in Tekken 7? Eh? Everyone ever thought about that? Just me? Just me? Okay. If only you could change his eyebrows. Now he looks like a bad guy from an anime. Looks like bad guy number 3. I can't, I'm blind because I literally just passed the aviators. Wonder, huh? Now this is giving, I'm a protagonist. I like how you can barely tell if they're white or not. Yeah. He is not interesting. Yeah. He used to be funny to me as a kid, but then I realized how corny his creep act was. I was like, ain't no way this dude is famous. The four Genryu players are over there cheering because Harada's confirmed. What is this outfit? Confirmed that Genryu was in the game. It's just a matter of when. Like, okay. Character we didn't care about, nor did we ask for. Again, trying to cater to everyone means you end up catering to no one. Oh yeah, I remember this outfit. You guys may not understand, but I used to be a big Dance Central fan. Like, Dance Central 2, bro. Angel was the homie. Really, like... What doesn't make sense is how some of his outfits wouldn't match Aubrey. I'll be like, why are you here? Why are you like this? Why can't you dress like a normal human being? Like, why don't your outfits match? I'd be over here getting secretly mad like this man. This dude. Gross. Alright, I'm gonna copy this. Edit, copy. I'll make a black version. I have all the DLC characters? Ooh, that's crazy. Do you even play the DLC characters? Genuine question here. Set. I'm sad you can't take off his beard. But you know, that's cool. Let me see. Where do I keep forgetting where the hair is? Bro had some crazy ducktail hair for some reason. It's 2012. No, really, like, why did I think this was cool? Ah, whatever. I should have saved his hair color. Crap. Hold up. Okay, which one am I gonna save it to? I don't need this. Do I? Okay, I'm gonna get rid of the white. Save color. Alright. Do 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 do. Bro, what the frick is this? This is why the color gradient in this game sucks. But this is... Jeez, man, that color gradient. Hi, Phoenix! Hello! Glad to see you. Just finished watching Combo Breaker? Yeah, I'm planning to watch day 3 for the crowd reaction. Not because I actually want to see ugly Fahk ROM. I'm watching it for the crowd, bro. Everyone's gonna be pissed. It's gonna be glorious. It's gonna be glorious, man. Wait a minute, aren't there suit pants in here? Hold up, where's the suit pants? Formal slacks. Yeah, whatever, might as well. What, do I sound Russian? What do you mean, why do I sound Russian? I sound normal. What are you talking about? Bros over here tripping. I don't sound Russian at all. I'm joking, of course. I'm joking. But how the freak, what? How'd that work? What the freak is brown over here? I'm over here tripping. Wait a minute. Donut. I'm not hungry, I swear. I should have eaten a bowl of spaghetti. I'm so hungry right now. Let me see. I do not. Oh man, that's crazy. I don't have it! I thought I did, but I don't, so I'm gonna have to look through an old folder. It's not even on here, you crazy. I forgot to copy a whole freaking folder. That's nuts. I'm an idiot. Alright, later, Onk. Bro, over here trying to freaking, like, bro, no. He's over here wearing 2 belts. That totally doesn't remind me of Angel anyway. Whoops. There we go. That looks less, black. Finding the words is crazy. Wait, I forgot, not that. What, you can't change the necklace? That sucks. I thought you could. But you can't. Boo. Well, I'm gonna save this for later, and then I'm gonna go make that second outfit. Reminds me of my Dance Central phase. I was very the dancing. I was really good at it. I stopped doing it though. On. Move upward so I can save this to my drive for later. Oh, I'm not a virtual horse. I do have a lot of images. Let's see, where is it at? Wrong. Okay. Save. I mean, seriously. You have to be in the know to know that this game exists. Man. Not everyone knew about this game. And I tells ya, it's crazy-ish. Copy. Beep. You smoke green? No, but I want to try edibles one day. Why are you looking at me like that? I'm 22. I'm older. Okay, what's crazy is that for some reason you have to be 21 years to drink, over to do. But for some reason you could be 9 years old to using a Ouija board. Nah, bro. Fix the rules. Fix the rules. Strict rules in GTA don't mean crap. Black people will find a way. If you say no smoking in your house, you'll find your uncle smoking in the backyard. It's not in your house. That didn't stop a bunch of teenagers in my class from coming home and coming to school high. Like, bro. Dudes will be zooted by the time first bell for homeroom rung. Like, people were selling edibles in the hallway. Our school had to be put on lockdown a couple times because someone's locker smelled like weed, and bro forgot to take out his stash from his locker. My question is, why would you hide it in school? Like, genuine question. Edibles are most potent? Yeah, that sounds like fun. Don't follow in my footsteps, guys. I'm serious. I'm a terrible role model. We need something orange. There we go. Oh, crap! Why do I keep forgetting this is here? Bro's got that tan thing going on. Yep, I used to be a big Dance Central fan. That's actually where I learned to dance. Literally learned from a Xbox 360 game. Am I proud of it? It's a freaking video game, like, whatever. Get paranoid like a mother freaker? I'm only gonna take my chances. I'm already crazy. Why not up the antics? Why not play Tekken while high? Or just play Tekken while intoxicated? I'd actually love to do that, but... Why are you looking at me? I ain't saying nothing illegal. Yeah. Let me shut up before I do. I need something that's cream colored. This is the closest I got. Also something that's tan colored for some reason. What? Okay, hold up. Brown isn't brown and yellow isn't yellow. This is ridiculous. This has to be dark for some reason. Boo doo 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 doo. Boo doo 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 doo. Bo bo bo. Oh right, I forgot. I freaking deleted the white. Nah, I'm gonna be needing it. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. What am I looking at? What am I looking at? What am I looking at? I like how that almost blends in pretty much. No, that was the stream 2 days ago, Phoenix. But definitely do check that one out because that was a goated stream. I got attacked, pelted with pepperoni for some reason, and we played Smash or Pass, male edition, of course. She only said yes to Miguel and Shahoo. She's a Shahoo fan. I failed as a tech. One of the saddest days of my life. Yeah. But you know, when Master Raven comes back, I bet she'll switch up. Isn't that right, Mom? How could you do this to me? Okay, like, switch the order, though. Okay, we're good. Oh my god. I forgot. I need to scale it. Alright, that's my bootleg version of Angel. Mr. Suave himself from Dance Central. Before they completely deleted him from Dance Central Revolution, which didn't make sense because like Bruno Mars, and Bruno Mars was on the come up, so they made Miss Aubrey ugly, and I will never forgive them for that. Like, green obviously isn't her color. Blue was. I don't know why they went with green. It wasn't even a good green. It was just boring looking green with this translucent ugly shirt. Like, ew, man. Ew. I'm gonna pretend I know what Dance Central is. Dang. Almost, but Steve is definitely not. Street Fighter SNK Smasher Pass? I'm telling you right now that if we played Smash and Pass with Street Fighter, most of those would be a straight pass. Okay, Mom, you've seen Jamie, right? You know who I'm talking about? Jamie, Street Fighter? Dude with the long ponytail that looks like a male Asian version of Master Raven? Jamie? No? Let me see. I'm pretty sure I got a picture of him somewhere because I like to make templates and Street Fighter is pretty goated. Talking about this dude. This dude right here. Mom, talk about this dude. Smash or Pass?
Oh. Really?
Yes. How could you? She said pass on Jamie. Her heart is broken. She said pass on Jamie. That's a fine dude. That's probably because he's young, but she said pass on Jamie. My heart is broken, bro. But that's crazy. She really said pass on Jamie. Nah, that makes sense now, but like, still. Oh my god. She's on her tablet. I just wanted to ask her that question, but like, if you guys want to play a game of Smash or Pass with me... Jamie? Yeah. Because Ed ain't any better. Zangief. Bro's got bulging muscles, but Jamie is girly. Bro, what? Well, I mean, of course she's gonna say Smash for Miguel. Duh. But like, Jamie's a pretty boy, and that's what makes him nice. I like staring at his abs. Like I like staring at Miguel's abs. Who would I stare at more though is the question. Sorry Miguel, I love a hot Spaniard, but Jamie, That I got a weakness for pretty boys, man. Cause just thing with him, you just want to have him in the corner and just stare at him, like just throw me a pose for a minute. He's probably gonna kick me out. I'm willing to take my chance though. Vega? Until they're in Street Fighter, Ken is ugly. I'm sorry, Ken is ugly. Ken is the Paul of Street Fighter. Ken is ugly, bro. I'm sorry. Nothing will make me think Ken is attractive unless I am drunk or kidnapped or someone is threatening me right now with a gun to my head, be like, say Ken is attractive. Like, no. Kid, no. Jin's abs? Nah, Jin is a depressing wannabe. I'll never like emo characters. Emo characters, even if they're so-called good-looking, they're not attractive. Like, I don't want a depressed Mishima boy. Like, suck. You ruin people's lives. Be a man and go kill your father. Reminds me of GTA in that one scene where Franklin was chasing that other photographer and the dude was like, "Grow the boy's name." Mad at the photographer. Mom must hate you. Fix? No, I can fix him completely. Thanos snapped him out of existence. There, you're fixed. The world is better. Congratulations. You no longer exist. Don't come back. That's what I'd do. Ken is not Paul. He's just going through a rough time. And so is Paul. Clearly they've been going through rough times. Ken is Paul. Street Fighter's better version of Paul. Because at least Ken has a reason to be a and going through some ish. Paul is just poor because Paul is just poor. Like, seriously. You're depressed? Dang, man. I used to be depressed. And then I got off high school. That's what happened. But, like, I hope you find some way out of that, though. Being depressed sucks. I used to be deep in that ish in middle school. Legit. Like, deep dish. Yeah, but shows strained relationship with his immediate family. Yeah, I mean, Project X Zone did Jin really well, and for some reason, always, I'm Mishima, I'm depressed, I want to get rid of this bloodline, But like, yeah, pretty boys, whatever, I don't care. Pretty boys may be players, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna go out with a pretty boy if they're a player. Like I said, some at them. That doesn't mean I'm gonna date them. Never dated a pretty boy. Cause I know why. Like, duh. I wanna fight someone, but I don't think I'm gonna get any matches. I already tried ranked. Couldn't have skipped a bar, cause sometimes 3 bars be working by like 4 bars, but nah. He's ugly, right? I mean, to me, he's ugly. When you, I don't know if it's just me, but like, a person's personality comes into play whenever I look at a character, or just someone in general. They have really personality, they're just automatically to me. few times it's like you're not ugly, if something on you is ugly, then yeah. But most of the time, the only thing ugly about Kazuya is his Vegeta hairline. His looking butt. You can't stop me! Like, bro. Alright, I'm saying. Ugly. Nah, that's funny, Garson. You called it. That's funny, you called it. Ended up crashing with this Brian player. That's nuts. Brian's ugly. Jin is he's not fine. But he's not ugly either. I don't know, an evil protagonist can be cute, but Jin is morally questionable, morally desperate, and literally just Whew. Whew. I almost did something deadly, and my computer almost went out twice. I gotta fix my cord real quick. Don't worry, I'm fine. I didn't almost just die. Okay. Sorry about that. Dude, get up. Dude, get up. Dude, get up. He's wearing that Michael Jackson stuff. Nope. He's got that nice Michael Jackson drip. I respect. I respect. Oh dang. I forgot. I should have ducked. Oh dang. Rage art? Never run towards a Raven. People don't learn that enough. Never run towards a Raven. Okay. Feng Wei is ugly. Harada said, Feng Wei is 26. No, he's not. Clearly that is not the face of a 26-year-old. 26 is Master Raven, Josie. Lucky Chloe would be pushing it, but that's 26. But Feng Wei is not 26, and I refuse to believe Dragunov is also 26. Those are not 26-year-old men. Dragunov looks like he is in his 40s. His young 40s, where apparently he doesn't get gray hairs. But I'm just saying, man. Dang. Bro's getting his butt handed to him by accident. Come on, bro. What the hey? Gosh. Wee. Wee. Slide to the left. Slide to the right. Take it back now, y'all. What the freak? That's funny. That's funny that that happens when I'm saying that. Yeah, boy. Okay, why did she do that? Nope. They never learn the lesson. Never run towards a Raven just because you think you got the win. That's not how that works, bro. Yoink. Gotcha. Gotcha. I'm just faking out this dude's hits. Faking out this dude's hits. Like, I refuse to believe that Dragunov is 26. If he's 26, Beyonce is secretly my aunt. And we all know I ain't related to Beyonce. Could have been, but maybe in another life. But I'm just saying, there's no possible way that Dragunov is 26. Bro looks older than the dude he's fighting with. And Victor has a beard. So, that's definitely impossible. Oh my god. That's the first time I used that correctly. Nope. Got him. Wow. Come on, bro. Take the win. Ooh. Ooh. There we go.
Round 3. Fight.
That's funny. Like, I've never met people who are younger than me who look older than me. Everyone always looks like in my age range or just actually looks like their age. Unless my mom comes into play, then she still looks like she's in her 30s. Like, she's what? 45? 45? Am I getting this right? She's 45, and her gray hairs are just now coming in. Like, that's crazy, bro. You live around black people enough, and the concept of time does not compute. What the heck? I'm sorry, I shouldn't have been laughing maniacally. that rage art pun just pulled something out of me diabolically. Like, sorry. Someone's gonna clip that. Local Maven player just turns into Brian for a sec. Yeah, what's up, Black? Don't cry. I don't know. People age, but not the way people age. Not like normally. Like, I'm telling you, man, it's taken forever for my mom to get gray hairs. I was like, dang, girl, I'm trying to get like that when I get old. I'm barely having gray hairs. I'm already 40. But that's. You think Beyonce has gray hairs? Heck, she probably hides some gray hairs under all that dye and stuff. But then again, having money, living comfortably, being able to just work when you feel like it's probably like the aging ever. I've never seen Janet Jackson with gray hairs, but who knows, man? Maybe they're all hiding it under that brown hair color. Anyway, got distracted by doing an imp for a quick second. Jesus. But, jeez, not that one. Black don't crack, man. I swear, man. If I become 25 and my face hasn't changed, at this point, I'm gonna be stuck with a baby face. I literally still look like I'm 16 years old. Like, that's what's nuts. I still look like I'm, like, high school. Walk into a high school and nobody would bat an eye because I look like I belong there. Like, I still have my baby face. And it kinda sucks, but what the freak am I gonna do about it? Her hair, yes. Yes. Storm's hair. Shut up and take my money. But, yes, finally. Oh, somebody from, dang. Bro had 5 bars, too. Most people think I'm a teenager. Bruh, this struggle is real. Oh. But like, Black man. No, if they say Master Raven is like in her 40s, I'm not even gonna complain. I'm not even gonna be shocked. I'm just gonna be like, Black don't crack. I'm serious. Like, if they say she's in her 40s for real, I'm just gonna be like, dang, Black don't crack. It is what it is. That's literally, I'm not even gonna complain. I'm just gonna be like, oh god. I'm just gonna be, she is at 17 or something. Like, that's the worst case scenario. The worst case scenario isn't learning your character's old when they look young. The worst case scenario is finding out they're under 18 and you've been gooning for them. Like, that would be the worst case scenario for me. I genuinely cannot main her without side-eyeing. Black does crack when crack is consumed. That's going in the pins. That's going in the pins. Bro's out here spitting bars again. That's going in the pins, bro. Congratulations. Phoenix State pin, bro. That's nuts. Quote of the day, guys. Remember that for the rest of your life. It may help you. Nobody wants to fight. I think they all left. Let me try ranked. But that's nuts. Black does crack when crack is consumed. Sheesh, man. That's nuts. They look older than me? Dang. Beards. Or the stress. It's probably the beards or the stress. You know, if you go to college, school can age you. Heck, it aged me. And I was ready to get the freak out of here. Everybody, of course, but not everybody does crack. I'm not gonna say what I'm thinking because that's the but you guys pretty much know what I'm gonna say. They did her hair, bro. She looks this is what I'm talking about. When it comes to black hairstyles, Western devs know how to pull it off. I mean, like, have you seen Storm's Wind Rider skin? Girl, I am in love. I am in love, girlfriend. Now bring back Master Raven and make her hair more epic. College de-aged me? How does that work? Jin has black hair, yeah, but he'll never go bald because for some reason we found out a useless detail that Devil Gene keeps you from going bald. There was no reason for knowing that, but thank you anyway. So, I don't know. Come on. No bars? Ooh. I swear, man, I will never tell a new player to pick up Master Raven. I love this lady, but like, she is torture. Torture in the sense that I don't like seeing women wear suits or just like ninjas. Don't up for your sanity, please. Unless you're really trying to break yourself. Break yourself, fool. But like, oh my god. I don't like Marvel, but Jesus Christ. Slay, girlfriend. Slay. You guys are catching me on my worst behavior right now. I'm tempted to just pull this off, but Master Raven doesn't have a vest. They should give her a vest in Tekken 8. That would be so tight. With rolled up sleeves. Oh my god. Make her suit an upgrade. Give her a vest. Give her a vest with rolled up sleeves. She's wearing a Rolex. She got glasses on. Let's fully deck this out. Like, I got too many ideas for my brain. I'm just saying, like, let's follow in the footsteps of Storm. Spice up the formal outfits a bit, you know? Give it some flair. It was cool, you know, it would always be the classic, but more. Let's add more. You know, Phoenix, I respect you to the utmost, bro. And you are one of the coolest people I've ever met. And I really wish it were that easy to find someone who loves Master Raven. I'm just kidding. I did, but he doesn't play Tekken 7. We talk all the time. Like, my fan fiction partner, Jay. Yeah, he and I like the character a lot. Probably, I like Master Raven probably more than him. Because I'm like, that's my goat, bro. That's my goat. But I don't think there's anyone that really likes Master Raven as much as I do. Like, I'm talking fan fiction, I'm talking fan art, I'm talking... There's so much that could be done with her story, her character as well. Where it's like, I sometimes spend hours just thinking about could they put her in a boredom. Those characters were doing. She never came back. Could she rock this outfit? Like, I need to find my twin number 2. I need to find my twin number 2, man. Or I could just clone myself, but nah, I don't think I need to clone myself. I don't think could handle it, and I don't think the stream could handle it. You know, see what happened was, I wandered into this lab, and now there's two of me. I can't remember which one's the real me. Yeah, no. You find normal that my sister finds Jin handsome? No, that's normal. It's like celebrity crush. Everyone's had one. Everyone's had multiple, if you're normal. If you only had one, then I don't know, bro. I gotta watch out for you. But yeah, it's normal for people to crush on. It's not a floating cup. Miguel, Lars, Lee, Waring, Steve, Claudio. Yeah, that makes sense. Maybe Christy or Bruce. Jade? Jade's a good one. Sean, yeah. It's not that strong. That's the thing, like, you guys don't understand. Like, I wish you could, but that would probably mean going into my brain, and nobody wants to do that. You guys don't understand, like, the magnitude of multiple brain explosions that my brain had when I played Tekken 7, and I was like, where's Raven? And my dad was like, he's replaced by that lady next to Nina. I was like, okay. I picked her. I picked the suit outfit. I was like, holy crap. I was just like, my brain blanked out. Like, kid you not. I blanked out for a split second, and then the next thing I know, the fight is starting. So I'm just empty brained, playing my like, okay, hold up. Kid you not, it was like the craziest thing ever. I was starstruck, boy. I was like, huh? Hold up. Let me go to jukebox because I need to change the character select sound. Not that. Nope. Nope. I need to download this one. Nah. Okay, yeah. Was it? I'm trying to remember which theme it was I was playing. Yeah, it was this one. Okay. So, my dad puts this game on and goes to versus, of course, but since there's no one to verse me right now, I'm just gonna go into practice. And this is literally how it happened. I kid you not. It was crazy. I hear the music and I'm like, okay, this is dope, this is bopping. And I'm like, where's Raven? And my character is over here. Crap, I forgot. I'm gonna have to use my second controller for this. But my cursor is over here, and I'm like, where's Raven? And he's like, over there next to Nina. And this was before all the DLCs came. This was like, what, 2019? Yeah, 2019. And yeah, 2019, like mid-summer. And of course I didn't have any outfits. He didn't play the game, so I was like, okay, she's wearing a suit, bet. And then my cousin, this was on my dad's side, I was over at his sister's house, and my cousin picks Eddie, and okay, character select, whatever. Like, literally, they were taking a long time. Cousins take the longest time to pick a character. It's ridiculous. Like, freaking never understand children for that biz, but kid you not. They were taking forever to pick a character. They were over here, they were everywhere, but like, I was blanked out. I didn't even notice. I was literally just staring at the freaking character art like, what? And then they pick Eddie out of nowhere, which jars me out for a second. I'm like, okay, hold up, stage select. I picked the stage, and I go to Infinite Azure 2 because it looks cool, of course. But oh my god, that's crazy. But I blank out for a sec and I'm just starstruck. I'm like, holy crap. My brain is blank right now. I'm just staring at this character art. Match kicks in. I'm just kicking butt, mashing, man. I'm just kicking butt, mashing. Control, repeat action. Where is mimic? No. I gotta set CPU. Easy. Of course they didn't know how to play, so like beating them was no freaking challenge. It was retarded. I was like, whatever. They'd hit me sometimes, but I was basically like going in. I didn't know how to walk here and all that, but it was pretty much me just hammering in on my cousins, no mercy. They didn't know how to play, so I took advantage of it. That's the Morgan. That's a family way. That's a family way, bro. No mercy, even if you're a kid. You get to hammer, you get to smack down, you get to beat down, you get your spine taken out and put it back in your body. Like, gets to beat down. That's how we handle business. I don't care if you're a kid. I'm kicking your butt. That's how it is. Learn how to play the game, then come back at me. That's how it is. That's how it always is. That's how I learned how to get a hard skin. But I'm just playing this character. I don't know what I'm doing. Just button mashing. Just figuring it out as I go along. Kicking butt, right? And, you know, the match-ins. And I'm just like picking this lady non-stop in her suit. Just enjoying this, you know? And I was obsessed. I was like, holy crap. Like, I was just like, yo, she is tight. So at the time I didn't have a PS4 and I didn't have Tekken 8 till late 2020, like December 2020. And then 2021 started playing Tekken 7. Took me 6 months to get online, but before then I was obsessed. I literally studied this character. I was like, who is she? And why haven't I known about Tekken 7? So I literally made it my mission to study who the freak Master Raven was. Kid you not. Lore, height. I knew the height before everyone else knew it. I was like, she's the same height as Kazuya, and Kazuya is 5'11", right? So she's like 5'11", 6'2" in heels. That was one of the first details I committed to memory. Like, other than the fact that she had T-Rex arms. Like, tall people, unless tall people just got mad long arms to match their legs, they got T-Rex arms. Heck, one of my friends, nah, I can't say that nickname on here, it'll get me cancelled. But one of my friends who was like really tall, I think she was like 5'10", but she was super tall. she would have T-Rex arms. So whenever she tried to reach me from like across a desk, because it's my teacher, my literature teacher, had to separate us because I would always be messing with her, she would have T-Rex arms. I'm like, bro, why are your arms so short? I'm not even that like far away. Like, yeah. So it was kind of like, bro, tall people will either have long legs, a long torso, or T-Rex arms, long legs. All their height is either in one spot in their body. And it's always the legs. Like, you'll never just see a person with kind of short or normal legs from a long torso. But I was freaking awesome. Like, kid you not. I studied the lore. I even studied her entire move list before I had the game. So I knew which inputs were for certain situations before I even played the game. Of course I was automatically rusty because I didn't know how to play, like, duh. But I was starstruck, baby. I was gone. I'm like, yo, I need this character immediately. So I spent a good almost an entire, yeah, I spent a year and a few months, because when we had that get together, it was in the middle of August or another one, August or September, it was one of those. And I spent a year learning her lore, learning her height, writing fan fiction, first gathering ideas. I still have like a ton of Raven fanfic ideas on my computer. Like, the thing is about being a writer is that, like, you cannot just not write down your ideas or you'll lose them within a day or two. I've kind of mastered idea holding. Like, I had this one idea for original series that I still have in my head. It sits in my head sometimes, but you have to be consistent and write down your ideas, because if you don't, you're gonna forget them, and it's always the idea that's really good that would make a lot of potential and be really dope. So I write down every single fanfiction idea. Recently I've been getting ideas about Lily, but not in the way that you think. I know someone's getting clipped that out of context, but I mean, like, ideas in the sense of, what if Lily was evil and just basically, like, turn her into a villain, or just flat out turn her into a serial killer who's emotionally dependent on Asuka staying around, because if Asuka leaves, she'll basically kill Jin and everyone Asuka knows, because that's how serial killers work. That's not really how serial killers work. It's just the emotional manipulation side that gets the best of that situation. So with a character that I really like, it was kind of like, okay, let me just start off. I like to start off playing with canon, because I don't know, for some reason when it comes to fan fiction, I don't like to mess up canon and go off script when I first start off. I like to look at the canon for a sec, see what's there, see what I can make something out of, like a small situation or a small moment within that thing. So my first Master Raven fanfiction was basically Raven coming to Tekken 8, but like tensions because your boss won't kill your mortal enemy or whatever. That was, and then it kind of snowballed after that. I was getting ideas almost every freaking day after that, and they just kept coming, and they've been kept coming since I discovered her as a character. That's my life now, like, duh, being a writer, duh. I'm just one of those rare breeds where I get ideas every day and cannot go a single day without getting an idea, even if it's something short. It sucks, but it's nice at sometimes, so it's stupid. And one of the things I hate most about being a writer is that seeing things with terrible stories that can be fixed make me want to rip my hair out. So there's that. It's freaking stupid, I tell you. Like, I wouldn't wish being a writer on my mortal enemy, because you don't want this headache. You don't want this headache. Like, you do not want to be stuck 3 a.m. or 5 a.m. up in the morning because your brain refuses to sleep and it won't leave you alone until you write down this idea. That's literally 90% of my life. So, yeah, currently, how many Tekken 8 ideas do I have for fanfictions? This number is going to look crazy. Don't look at me. This number is going to look crazy, I promise you. It's probably going to be past 50 or something. Let me see. It's about to be something really dumb. Don't laugh at me, but like call me a nerd anyway. That's basically what I am. Computer's taking a really long time to load up. Thanks, computer. Thanks. This is 90% of my life. But I like to mess around with canon before I start going off script, because sometimes canon, as much as canon is a kind of like, I wouldn't say it's a hindrance. I don't know. Looking at canon first before going off the rails with your own ideas is, it's not a setback, but it's not entirely like freedom when it comes to fan fiction either. It's just more or less in the middle. It's like it's a foundation. That's what I'll say it is. It's a foundation basically. And it helps you look at what you can do, what's possible, and you know, help you explore different avenues of twisting it, but still keeping the same things that make the thing that thing. Like, for example, I'll say something about Street Fighter. Street Fighter, there's not a lot to go off of, but with Street Fighter, there's still enough to create something. How Kimberly wants to find out what happened to her uncle, and is like after Jamie. You know what my brain decided to do with that? It decided to turn Kimberly into a villain and make one where Kimberly kills him in the ugliest fashion, sprays red string and a detonator bomb. This bro is tied up in a construction site. Cops are coming in, and like there's some blood, there's some paint. Bomb goes off, JP is dead right now. That's what my brain decided to do with that whole concept of, I want information from this guy. My brain is like, turn her into a serial killer. Like, what the freak? That's basically what my brain does. You know, looking at lore can inspire you, and sometimes it can be a creative hindrance, as in taking what's there out of it while still staying within bounds. Okay, let me see this number. It's not, oh, dang. Okay, guys, don't laugh at me for this number. Don't laugh at me for this number. You're probably gonna be like, this girl's crazy. So the number of Tekken fanfictions that I have on this one doc where I keep all my ideas for Tekken 8 specifically is at 95 right now. Leave me alone. I'm a nerd. I'm cursed to be a writer. Leave me alone. But yeah, that's writer lore. With Master Raven, there's a lot to play around with. Definitely, I would say a little bit more than my childhood. 95, touch grass, LMAO. I do touch grass. It's called the outside world. I live in Atlanta. There is more brick and concrete than there is grass. I'll touch concrete, you know, I go outside every few days for a good few minutes, you know, because I don't want to be stuck, like, not seeing the sun. I'm already, like, kind of light-skinned, but 95, yeah, 95 ideas out of Master Raven. I'm not gonna say having ideas is a skill, but you kind of have to refine it. It's not something you can just, like, ideas pop out of nowhere. No. it comes from me studying the character and like, you know, the whole connection with Raven and Victor that kind of boosted it. Of course my ideas were slow before Victor came along, but with Victor it kind of boosted it. Like there was a boss that could create possible workforce tension. But to me it's annoying because I want to go to my brain's like, you now have an idea, you will write this down or else you will not sleep. Which has happened to me several times. I'm held hostage by this thing up here called the brain. But, kid you not, like, my brain holds me hostage on the regular. It's sad. I need sleeping pills. But, to me, it's more of an annoyance, but sometimes it'll just strike me and I'll just be like, alright, I can work with this, but with Master Raven, mastering her personality wasn't really that hard. It's kind of like something I've worked on before. So, coming off of my OTP, for those of you who don't know fanfiction terms, I'm going to be spewing a lot here. OTP is one true pairing. That's my childhood. For those of you who don't know what I mean when I say childhood, that will always be the one thing that tops Tekken every single time. If there was a We Can Be Heroes coming out and Tekken 9 just released, I would be watching We Can Be Heroes 2. Like, that is the one thing that trumps Tekken every single time. Like, if I could talk about my childhood and just fan fiction along with my childhood, that would be dope. But Tekken is like my gaming love and I will never let it go. Like, that's my one game. That's my jam. But coming off of my OTP and having to character study someone that was similar to Master Raven but not as like impulsive, because I think I don't know, maybe that's just me, but I consider Shark Boy similar to Master Raven in the sense of they're both abrasive. Well, can not as impulsive, you know, calm in the sense, but basically more or less same personality. You take away a few things. So trying to write Master Raven wasn't really that hard. It was just a matter of finding previous works that had her in it and taking on from there. One of my big inspirations was my friend who I'm working with on Dark Desire on AO3. He and I have been working on this fanfiction for I think almost a year now? Almost a year, and he was actually one of the main inspirations for writing Master Raven fanfiction. So whenever I was like down on ideas or I just wanted to read something, I would go to his fanfic page and just cruise through it. Like, I'm reading every single chapter in one day, and yeah, he was the main inspiration actually for a lot of my Maven fanfictions before Tekken 8, and I was kind of running with it. So a lot of my ideas it started off with just making Master Raven's story in Tekken 8, like what would she be doing and all that, who would she be after. Sorry. I dropped my controller. And then after that, I was kind of like, I like to twist characters. You can call me a nerd for this if you want, I don't care, it's what I am, a nerd, whatever. I like to twist characters and see how far I can like bend their mental and their alignment, like if they're good or evil. I don't know, I can't tell if I'm if I'm hooked or not, but I like to turn characters evil for fun, which is basically what I did with my OTP, but like for one half. If you know, you know. If you knew, you knew. Like, that movie was the junk, and everybody had a crush on one of the two main protagonists. Unless you're weird and had a crush on both, then that's also normal, but that may have been awakening something later on in your adult life, but who knows. I like turning good characters evil, just to see how far I can push it. Like, with Master Raven, Devil Maven. That's 12 ideas already. Kid you not. Like, Devil Maven? Come on. Like, think about it. Normal suit. Boom, she's angry. She's a devil. Metal horns, metal wings. What else is there? She's a teleporting devil. You know how scary it is? She can shoot a laser at you, and at the same time, she's went from over there right in front of you to up here in the sky. How in the world? Like, that is boss level. That is major boss level. Forget can fly. She is teleporting. Forget the fact that you could hit her. It's the fact that if you hit her. Like, a focused person is dangerous when they're angry, but a focused ninja is your worst nightmare if they become demonic. And for me, that is Master Raven. I like turning characters evil, and I'm not afraid to say it. Besides, turning good characters evil is like a whole new avenue of opportunities. Like, forget the I'm righteous. Like, she's already a killer because she's a ninja. Like, duh, that's her job. She kills people, sabotage, probably kidnaps every few once in a while. But, like, she's a freaking righteous killer because need action. So we would be at war because for some reason, da 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 da. You figure out the rest. But I like turning characters evil. Like, I've done it with my OTP. I need to do it with Shark Boy. Not even finna lie. I've been more interested in turning his wife into a villain, cause she's mad destructive. Like, she doesn't even have to bat an to be a villain. That she could just poison the entire like airway, and humanity would be crawling at her feet. But that evil thing might also come from me being obsessed with Queen of the Damned at one point. Aaliyah killed that. I love Akasha. She shouldn't have died. But I'm just saying, like, the destructiveness and mental instability of an evil character is the thing that fuels me sometimes. Because it's like, you could go overboard, but let's be kind of sensible here. So, yeah, I gravitate towards evil or straight up questionable characters. It's actually pretty rare that I like good characters. So, I think Master Raven, Lava Girl, Starfire. Who else? I know there's one other person. Jade, MK, of course. Ashra. Those are like the 5 main people that I like who aren't evil. Deathstroke, Rinsler, Taskmaster, Red Hood. This is getting morally questionable. This is getting morally gray. Adam Torres, Ruby, of course. Negative Blake. That's already 7. That's 7 morally gray or just straight up evil people. I think I'm in love with villains. But 93 ideas. Yes, 93 ideas. Don't even ask me how many OTP fanfiction ideas. Those are across 3 documents, and 2 of them had to be separated due to the fact that they're not technically in the same universe. Don't even ask me. Oh my god, like... But, yeah. With characters that I'm really obsessed with, it's just a matter of how would you be useful in a story, and how can I make you the main character without seeming OP? Like, I try to be a reasonable cookie when it comes to writing. I'm not gonna say Master Raven is like all powerful, make her a Mary Sue and just, no. I hate Mary Sues with a passion. I hate them. I cannot stand them. I will literally like come off of a fan fiction that's written really well and really good if the main person is a Mary Sue. Like, that is disgusting. Like, a character can be powerful, yes, but they don't need to be all powerful. Like, you can make a good character without ruining the continuity of everything else. Like, I remember there was this one crazy thing where people got into an argument because the insert character, that was basically a self-insert, was, and it had to do with my OTP. They made a character that was, her name was Galaxy Girl? Yeah. And she was more powerful than Lava Girl. And some of you might say, why is this such a problem? It's fan fiction, whatever, it's self-insert. Ari, who cares? Let the people have their fun. I mean, that's the point, like, let the people have their fun. But to me, you cross a line when the character you're self-inserting in the story is more powerful than the most powerful character originally from that piece of media. Like, to me, that's kind of like breaking the immersion of it. Like, I want to get into the story. If the character you self-insert is a Mary Sue, I do not want to read it. That is just, like, why? That kind of like pulls you out of it, because it's like, if they get into a fight, they're obviously gonna lose. Like, that's the #1 rule for any characters I make. If they're going to be powerful, there has to be some crazy absurd weakness. So yeah, I literally could not stand when people made characters that were more powerful than the most powerful character in there. I'd be like, disgusting, like, ew. That just ruins the continuity. Like, make it make sense. If they're going to be powerful, make their weakness something crazy. Like, there should be a balance. Like, with Master Raven, I don't try to say she can obviously beat Double Jean and freaking Angel Jin and Double Kazuya. No. I like to say Master Raven is more powerful than Heihachi. Heihachi's one of the main characters, sure, but he's not the main character. Like, Raven obviously beat Heihachi, so I'm basically going off that power skill from Tekken 5. So, if Raven can beat Heihachi, Master Raven could easily beat Heihachi, and if Victor's more powerful than her, then he could easily beat Kazuya. But I'm saying that in a way of normal Kazuya. I'm not saying he could easily beat Devil Kazuya, because no, duh. I'm saying that he could beat normal Kazuya easily, if that's the case. So I basically go off that power scale. So saying Master Raven could beat Heihachi and base level Jin, that is where the power stops. That is the capping point. So I like to keep it consistent. I'm not about to make a character who, just because I can, just because it's fan fiction. I like all my junk grounded. So making her Mary Sue just because I liked her a lot would completely pull me out of the... It's like, why am I writing this? There's no cap on it. She's all powerful. Like, really no point in a fight scene because she's gonna top everyone. Like, I'm not about to do that. So I try and stay mostly true to canon, only fixing a few things here and there, and if I have to change the story, I kind of like change the format, and it's more or less the same story, but with a few fixes, with a few turns. Something may be different here, something may be different there. So yeah, I, like, despite being obsessed with this lady, like, literally hair goals, like, my hair goals, literally, despite being obsessed with this lady, I try to be as reasonable as possible. Which is why sometimes I get a little hopeless with saying Master Raven should be in Tekken 8, because it's like, they're not really gonna listen to people like me who just hang on to this one character who's super unpopular. And then when I look at Shaheen and the 4 Mishimas, it's like, you're being hopeless for what? There's 4 Mishimas, 2 bears, one of which shouldn't be here. There's kind of no point in being hopeless. It's any... They're reselling Tekken 7 DLC, for Christ's sake, so... Yeah. And my ideas now pertaining to fanfiction with Master Raven is mostly just me living vicariously. But I do that sparingly, so... one of the things I do like to use headcanons Like, one of my headcanons for when I'm shipping Raven and Master Raven is the fact that she calls him imbecile, but not in a mean way. So I basically took that and ran with it, so... Yeah, imbecile is a headcanon of mine. Another headcanon I added was, I looked at her future suit and I was like, that's cool. It's like the technical pieces there, especially with that spine. It looks so tight, but it looks so freaking constricting. Like, how do you fight in this? You must be like kind of loose and breathable, because she is wearing metal. Like, that's definitely metal. So I was like, okay, maybe she's a gearhead. Gearhead, for anyone who doesn't understand what that means, is someone who's really into cars, just vehicles. And I was like, okay, gearhead. So yeah, she's a gearhead. I'm also a small-time gearhead. So yeah, I like to study cars and I like Need for Speed. And times when I'm bored, I listen to Need for Speed Hot Pursuit car descriptions. Somebody's like, what the freak, girlfriend? So yeah, I make her a gearhead. She likes riding motorcycles and car chases. And I don't have a license, but I do write about driving. That's the thing about being a writer. You write about a lot of things you don't know about, and sometimes you just wing it if you don't feel like doing research. So, yeah. Unless you're one of the people who really studies the subject before they go into it, then you, sir, have a patience of a wise man who's been sitting in a tree for 1,000 years. I commend you for it, but I'm not the type. So, there's that. Yeah. A lot of my ideas just have to do with Master Raven just being a really cool femme fatale. You know, taking out bad guys, riding motorcycles, sometimes going rogue, and of course we love to play around with Devil Maven. In fact, I spoke to Jay about possibly slipping in some Devil Maven one-shots, and he was like, no! I don't know, I just find turning a character like a way to open up their mental psyche and try and see where they would go. Of course, morally that would never happen. Devil Maven is a impossibility in Tekken, but I just like to play around with characters. I don't know, for some reason, mental pain is my freaking like superpower when it comes to putting a character through physical and mental pain, or like just dealing with character to character tension. I become a god or a goddess, if you want to get technical, but same difference, right? Like, I don't understand what the freak is wrong with me. I don't know why I like doing that, but it's so freaking fun. Like, of course, happy endings, blah blah blah, whatever, cool, but let's have an argument. I want Raven and Master Raven to fight and try and kill each other while arguing about a divorce. I think someone just logged off or just like, nope, that's enough internet for today. Kid you not. Like, I don't know why, but I like doing that. I literally have this whole concept in my head. It's a hidden headcanon, and I will probably never write about this for real, but I have this whole headcanon where I'm like, okay, so it's abuse if you beat your wife. But what if your wife is more powerful than you? I'm talking about OTP when I say this. I'm like, it's illegal to hit your wife, but what if your wife is just literally a walking doomsday waiting to snap or erupt, mind you? And okay, that's a cool concept. And then boom, suddenly I get the idea to turn Lava Girl evil. It happened. We snowballed. And we snowballed. I wrote it down anyway. So, yeah. I think Our Evil was kind of the catapult that pushed me to doing that with characters I love. So, yeah. Yeah. And I did do it with several characters. Let me see. Who did I turn evil out of my rock? Oh, Girl, Master Raven, Kimberly, Chun-Li. Chun-Li is an interesting villain. I haven't fully nailed down her character yet, but she makes an interesting villain in the sense of it would be the most sensible. Like, sure, she'd kill people, but it would be for the most sensible reasons. The crime doesn't fit the punishment, but it would be sensible. Cause, like, sometimes you can't really just throw a criminal in jail. But I'm gonna leave that there, you figure out the rest. Yeah, that's pretty much it. But to be fair, we all liked Blackfire and Teen Titans. We all liked you can't come at me for that. We all liked Blackfire. Actually, hold up, I should turn Lily into Blackfire. No, hold up. Let me see. Simple select. Let's go to Devil Jean. Wait, right? Preset 1. Confirm. Let's see, Lily. Nope. Preset 2. Ah, crap, I picked the wrong one. Blackfire Man? Yeah, she only had 2 episodes. Blackfire, bro. Blackfire? Yo. I don't have a type, but like, most of my favorite characters are like evil. Just straight up. I forgot I picked the wrong outfit for Lily. Crap. Custom 1? What? We only have 1 custom? Oh, wrong one. Wrong. Okay, hold up. Character. Yeah, I picked the wrong one. Hold up. Do. Yeah, I picked the wrong one. Excuse me while I gather myself. I think it's custom 2. Confirm. Double Jin. Where are you, bro? Confirm. Watch the boys. Nah, bro. I'm sorry. When it comes to shows that people always advertise, I literally do not. I stay away from it because usually I don't end up liking it, and usually it's not my style. I couldn't resist it. You guys can't blame me for this, but yeah, I think Blackfire was the real character that started my love for evil characters. Cause with S, Starfire should still won that. She still won that fight, of course, but like Blackfire being more powerful than her good counterpart twin sister, you love to see it. So yeah. But yeah, I'm a nerd, man. Understand when I say Tekken's story is infuriating, believe me, it is infuriating. It's just some big complicated bullcrap that's like takes a scientist to figure out literally just simple details here and there that could use a massive quick patch up. It would literally just take a second. No pain, I'm just gonna make an incision here, pull something out here, put something in there. Tekken's story is beyond infuriating, and it hurts. So I feel like there's a way for some that stuff up, because there is so much more to it than just doubles. That could be so much more interesting. Like, if you just get rid of the Mishimas for a second, focus on the characters, on some of the side characters. I'm not saying every side character's story needs to be delved into. Like, Claudio's life was probably boring before he got, like, wind of Mishimas. I'm not gonna, like, Claudio's definitely not a person who could hold 3 seasons of tune or anime. Bob, no. He would get tired after 1. Asuka, she would at least last 2.5 seasons. Alyssa, not really. Because horny people bop, by the time we get past season 1, horny people bop robot. Lily, they definitely take some time to look at her, the way her mental switch towards fighting and being traumatized. That could definitely hold for 3 seasons or more. Lucky Chloe, no, not really. Not really. King, his story is goody two shoes. That's 1.5 seasons. Lars, no. Bro is a side character in somebody else's story. Law, if you mix Bruce Lee's tone with beating off guys who are debt collectors and stuff, yes, he could hold for 2 seasons. Lee, turn him into a morally gray questionable rich villain. Add Anna, you've got 2 seasons and a 3rd confirmed season right there. Leo, she's a side character, I'm sorry. Miss Cleason is a side character. Shahu, bro, what? Shahu is an NPC in the back. We see him as a cameo, forget that. Paul, you add him with Lee, with Law, boom. That's 3 seasons already. No. Nina, you really have to capitalize on the assassin aspect of her story to make her interesting, but she could definitely last for 2 seasons with or without Anna. Miguel, I'm sorry Miguel, you would be a featured character. Not a mainstay, but you definitely get at least 1 episode of screen time for an origin story, or for like aid in a problem. Yoshimitsu, definitely. There's a lot to his clan along with Kunimitsu and the sword. There could definitely be a lot explored along with Brian, so he could definitely hold for 3 seasons of a series. Zhao Yu, I mean, she's always going to be a mainstay. How many seasons? So long as Jin is there, she's there, no question. Steve, if he had an anime, I'm sorry, but Steve would be cut after 3 episodes. Bro is a dumb nut. The only thing interesting about you is that you came out of Nina for an experiment. Like, you're just a boxer who's looking for answers. You're also dumb. Fortunately, you did not inherit your mother's smarts, so you're probably gonna get shot trying to goad her into the normal world, as if she doesn't want to give up being an assassin, having a lot of money for being a normal citizen. Are you kidding? If I was Nina, I'd be like, bro, ew, no. Like, no, I don't want to be a normal person. I got money for killing people. I am paid. I don't have to worry about a retirement. I can retire right now and still be good. Like, no. I'm sorry, Steve would get cut after like 3 episodes. Nobody wants to watch a boxer. Warning, he could hold the show for 1 season. But if we expand on the fact that he's cute and he has a motorcycle and is in a gang, if we really tune in on that before he becomes obsessed with Jin, he could hold a good 3 seasons. Fang, Jail. Straight to jail. Straight to jail. Straight to jail. That's Fang, straight to jail. You know what you did to Asuka. Straight to jail. He would definitely be a mainstay though. For sure. Brian... Brian, I feel like would lose interest after he loses his mind. After he dies, like, they did a really good concept of death. Like, you can recreate the soldier, but you can't recreate the body. So the person who was beforehand is completely different from the person that he is now. Brian was a shady cop. A cop nonetheless. You know. Shady, you know, whatever. But he wasn't so drastic to the point where he just shot out trap houses. So I feel like if they really focused on his life before he died, that would be really cool to see, and I think he could hold 2 seasons of a show for that. That would be a good 2 seasons. Eddie? Eddie, okay, I'm gonna be honest, Eddie would be 2 seasons, and I'm only saying 2 because his story is a mixed bag. It could either work or not work. It could look shady or not shady, so it's a coin toss. And with Christy, it doesn't make it any better because if we're committing to canon here, Christy is just there to be his lapdog. And give him a few dances on the stripper pole when he feels like... I'm kidding, of course, but Christy would just be there, and I feel like she would kind of drag the story down, so they definitely have to give her something to do so she isn't there just following Eddie around. That would be, yeah. She definitely have to get a bit of a lore tweak in Eddie's show. Master Raven. I'm not talking about Mishimas because they already have Tekken as their main thing, so whatever. No wait, I'm gonna save Master Raven for last. Eliza, she would just have to be a whole new character. Anna, definitely could hold for 4 seasons. And I'm saying that because she's literally the complete package with an emotional side that Nina lacks that would make her more interesting. So she only, like, the story she has already is like a good enough foundation for a show. It's just a matter of where do you go in between all of those moments of Tekken. So it's kind of like origin story, you see Anna develop, become the more emotional one, to Nina's like more befitting of an assassin coldness, and that already like leads to the Tekken 1 clash, and then from there you just kind of go off the rails, you know, stay with the emotional Anna, but you navigate through her life, being with Lee, going after her sister, and then Tekken 7 another confrontation due to the fact that you killed my husband. Then you kind of like muddy up the waters a bit with making Anna question that my sister either saved me, but I still hate my sister. There's kind of a two-sided bit here where you look at how Anna would take the approach to the fact that sure, she killed your husband, but your husband was a terrible guy behind closed doors. So it's kind of like, it's a thin line right there, but of course she still goes after her sister because duh, you killed my husband, duh. But yeah, with Anna there's definitely a lot to explore there. I feel like she could definitely hold a show for 4 seasons. Lei, the cornier version of Jackie Chan. As much as I love me some Jackie Chan, Donnie Yen, Bruce Lee. What's the other guy's name that was in Romeo Must Die? I forgot his name. He was based off of Fang Wei. I forgot his name. Crap. Tekken's Jackie Chan 2 seasons or 1 movie. That's it. Like the super cop junk where you continue to half fail and almost like fail big criminal jobs and taking in a bunch of shady people That's one movie or one season worth of entertainment. I'm sorry, Super Cop Jackie Chan style does not work as much as it used. Because most of that time, that show is going to be 80% filler of kung fu scenes to keep you going. So, Armor King, if you tie it with Marduk and King, that's a show that's going to last for 5 seasons. Julia the Tree Hugger. I'm sorry, Julia, but you ain't a show. I'ma be a after being a scientist, a successful scientist. Bro, just go beg Lee for like some money and do something with your. No, Julia would not hold a show. Not in today's climate. You're a streamer. You're already cringe because you're a streamer. Like, you're already mimicking the world today. Ew! Like, only plants don't carry that much. Only not. Sorry for the random voice crack. Genryu? Of course not. Miguel? Okay. Not Miguel, Leroy. Leroy! I'd say you could definitely partner him with... Not Lily, because Lily's the actor being a villain. Not really. You didn't have to do me. Bruh, no. I'm sorry. Julia's more interesting as a scientist, but even that is still very limited because it's literally just her trying to avenge her tribe. We get it. Avenge my family, avenge your tribe, whatever. Clear your name, get back this thing that was stolen from you. A trope that has been seen 100 millions of times. It's been done in hundreds of millions of Disney movies. Regain your honor. Kung Fu Panda. Literally the whole point of Wendy Wu's Homecoming... Wendy Wu Homecoming Warrior. Literally the whole point of that movie. I'm sorry, but that storyline has been overdone, overused. I'm sick and tired. Julia, no. Become a scientist, then I'll consider you for a show. Leroy, no. Leroy's story is just as common as every other story. Junk hit the fan. He fought for his freaking home. He's in New York. Basically a typical karate martial arts movie. Bro is a cameo. Bro is a cameo, feature, or side character. Like, I'm sorry, Leroy. The only thing interesting is how the freak he got blind in his eye. Like, I would really like to see how that happened. You already know that Jin broke his leg. Cool, whatever. But, like... I want to know, like, how did that happen? How'd that happen? What'd you do, sir? Bakuram, side character. Kunimitsu, tie it with Yoshimitsu, mainstay. Of course, like, you have to be there. Midia Sobieska. Her chances of getting a show is at 0. Like, we are at negative 29 right now. No, not at all. So, Judgment has come. I saved my character for last because I know some of you are probably like, she's gonna say whatever. Master Raven, with there being a lot of holes, a lot of things to go over, and a lot of things missing, truly I think she could hold 2.5 seasons. And that's for Origins, everything before Tekken 5 and Tekken 7, just to clear up, because I know some people are going to be wondering, okay, Raven has to be in here somewhere, duh. 2.5 seasons. Now, that may be a bit of a stretch, but that's where I'm coming from. Like, you could do a lot with her origin story. She could be born in the USA, somehow manage to go to the army, or she could be from Africa, come to the US after some Kazuya Mishima Zaibatsu or G-Corp related thing, become an agent somehow, recruited by Victor for some crazy reason. Whatever the reason had to be nuts, because if she's like in her 20s, girlfriend, you must have did something stupid and bold to become a boss at like 20 something. 29, 28, okay, that makes more sense, but like anything under 25, girlfriend, what did you do? And tell me like how. She could hold 3.5 seasons, not 3.5, 2.5 seasons. There's like a lot missing with Mastery, which opens a possibility of what you could do with Origin, so yeah, 2.5 seasons. Now, it depends now whether it makes it to 3 seasons is what characters appear, like Nina and Anna, those make sense. Lars, those make sense. That's like 4 seasons with those characters if you add those in. Now, if we're including Jin, because she's after him, of course, and then with Victor, and you have this whole bargaining prison sentence interrogation scene, that's 5 seasons already. But ultimately, 2.5 seasons. There's a lot they could do with the character, and at the same time, with every character, there's a lot they can mess up. So that is my whole deal. I'm saying this because, you know, I'm a writer. Like, with every story there's characters, and with every character you have to find out which one is worth actually featuring. Not every character needs to be in the story, because not every character should be in the story. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and say every character should be included in the main story because it's Tekken. No, there's a time and place for every character's part. They don't need screen time 24 like 7 to be a part of Tekken and really make you immersed in the story and make it a good story. You can have moments where a character just appears just to make everyone laugh, and that is their purpose, just to make you laugh amid a terrible moment where something drastic has happened. Like, there's uses in just having the comedics. There's uses in just having someone who's depressed. There's uses in characters that don't make sense, like Panda. It's just a matter of finding out where they belong and where to put them and where to keep them. Because of course development's gonna happen. It's just a matter of how does it happen, where does it fit, and how can we make this make sense without convoluting everything. There's level to a story that people don't understand, and like, I feel like such a nerd right now for explaining it. Kid you not. So that's yeah, writing is like my sole passion, as you can tell. Yeah, Tekken needs to focus, like, I'm not saying Tekken just needs to cut 90% of its roster because they're either comedics or they don't matter. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying is Tekken just needs to figure out where they need to place characters and who they should cut from the main story. Because if you have all these characters that people are supposed to care about, it becomes a little bloated, and it's like, this person got a little screen time, this person should be here, or this person shouldn't have been here. That's why I kind of hate the Tekken main story, because it's so focused on including everyone that it forgets to let side characters, when the time is right, to have their moment. Like, this is where they become really important, or this is where they're needed. Like, I don't like the sense of just shoving everyone in the same box because that's what we should do. Like, everyone needs to be... No, everyone doesn't need to be included. They just have to have their moment where it's, you know, the best of who they are as a character. You know? Like, Asuka doesn't need to be in a super serious moment where someone just died and she's just standing there like, no. I'm saying, like, Asuka would be better if she was, like, as a serious student of the Kazama and like actually didn't like Jin, other than being Lily's punching bag. Yeah, I'm just saying, treat every character like a gear in a giant watch. Every gear is important. Nothing is more important than something else. If someone is missing, the whole thing falls apart. You can't work a watch without hands. You can't work a door without a handle. And you certainly can't work a game without side characters to surround and build off the story and like how big the world is in that story. It's figuring out where do you place it, who's here, and how can we bring out the best of that character in this situation. Hand in hand. You can't have a main character without side characters, and if you have a main character without side characters, where does the story go if the story is dependent on this one character doing something? Hand in hand here. I'm sorry, I'm becoming a professor. I'm sorry. You guys are probably tired of my story talk. I'll play Tekken. I'm sorry. I'll go back to being a Tekken player. Yeah. It's just like my main thing that I genuinely wish I could help the Tekken team on. Like, I'm not exaggerating when I say I will work at Bandai Namco for free if it means I get to help fix the story and help you guys make the story better. Like, I feel like that's one thing Tekken really needs to get down. Just because you have a giant story and it affects everyone in the roster doesn't mean everyone on the roster needs to be in the story. Like, Tekken 7 did a really good job of placing characters where they were needed or where they should be. The only thing I don't like is Alyssa being in love with Lars. And Master Raven not having any inclusion despite having a whole seconds in the cinematic. But yeah, Kazumi, she did reach the goal of filling in the holes and spaces of what happened to the to Kazuya's family before everything went to crap, you know, before we yeeted and committed child abuse. But I feel like she would have been better, like she would have been a lot more felt as a character if they hadn't killed her off. Like, it could have been a, I faked my death, but since she died in devil form, that's kind of like your second form, so yeah. I feel like she would have been better if she came back and was like the mistress behind the Hachijo clan leading after like the oldest master died. So it would have been really interesting to have, you know, the Hachijo clan come back, Devil Gene users, and then Reina could have been a secret agent placed on purpose, and then, you know, you get this Kazumi and Reina team up that could have been really cool. And now it's Mishimas and possibly like June coming in with the Mishimas for this one time against the Hachijo clan and Reina. That could have been something, but we'll never know. I personally like to go the Devil Apocalypse route where I turn everyone, well, not everyone, certain characters evil into devil versions of themselves, and it's a Devil Apocalypse. Because the Hachijo's made a deal with the Demon King or whatever, and now he wants Kazuya Mishima, Kazuya and Jin, so he can return to the normal world and turn everything into his image. Demons, fire, blood, chaos, suffering. Ah. Would it be depressing? No, be fiery chaos. Rock with me here. We're brainstorming. But I'm just saying, the Hachijo clan could have been a great tool for its storytelling and really making something out of Tekken, other than the fact that we have daddy issues and everyone else around us is affected by those such daddy issues. But the story is done. It is what it is. Rest in peace, Mami Mishima. Because Reina is not Mami Mishima. But, you know, Reina could revive Kazumi. You know, Reina could revive Kazumi. That would be a nice spin, you know. Reina Kazumi team up. That would be a nice spin. At this point, anything is possible. They retcon Heihachi's death just to bring him back and create more daddy issues for more years because obviously Tekken players like looking at the same repetitive story of Mishimas trying to kill each other. And Tekken players hate women, so that's nice. Fake your death. I mean, yeah. Hachijo clan is interesting. A clan of devil... Bro. Okay, listen to this. I literally... Jeez. A few months ago, I literally looked up the Hachijo clan. Like, I forgot to type in Tekken into my search bar. And I found out that there's actually a island in Japan named Hachijo. And I was like... Dude... The lore of the Hachijo clan being this dormant, mysterious factor that everyone's been raving about, but at the same time it's hidden, that makes more sense. There's this whole island on Japan named Hachijo. And it is, like, nobody knows that. Like, that's just a mystery of Japan, right? And I was like, that makes sense, actually. So it's like this one clan of Devil Gene users have been dormant on this one island, keeping to themselves and watching the world from the back ends of Japan. And they're just watching this chaos with the sole mission to get rid of people like the Mishimas. That is mind-blowing. They really could have used that in a good and bad way, but... I'm not a Tekken writer. I don't live in Japan. I don't work for Harada. He probably doesn't like me already because he sees me as one of the complaints or just another player, a commodity to be gained if I get my character back or if he so chooses or whatever. So he probably doesn't even like bother. But the Hachijo clan could have been a great tool for storytelling, but what's done is done, and I don't think they're gonna change it. I can just hope the story will get better as I age along with this game, because I was 5 when this game was also 5 years old, and I'm not going by like the names. I mean, like, when Tekken 5 came out, I was also 5 years old. I'm going by the title of the game as the age, not like how long it was out, so don't come for me. I know it's older than me. Don't come for me. So, yeah, the Hachijo clan could have been something great, but what's done is done, and you just have to hope that the story improves. The Tekken Force, I mean not Tekken Force, Tekken Monks, they deserve to get clapped after reviving Heihachi. That's on them. Is this full serious? I was gonna say. Yeah, Tekken Monks, I'm sorry, you guys deserve to get clapped after trying to bring back the Mishima, the most evil Mishima, and thinking it was gonna be just... Like, no. Tekken Monks deserve to get clapped for that. What? Yeah, that was my fault. Yeah, Tekken Monks, they deserve to get clapped for that. Yeah. You bring back the most evil Mishima of them all and expect to not deal with any repercussions? Girlfriend, get out of here. Yeah, Tekken monks are idiots. I'm sorry, they deserve that one. Gotcha. The Tekken monks did look cool though. They did look cool, I'm not gonna lie. The little detail with their gloves being the same thing that Kazuya wears, that was dope. Like a yeah, looked like the biggest fools, exactly. I mean, if I was able to change Tekken's story, everything would pretty much be the same. I'm not gonna be one of those people who's like, I have control of the thing I love so much, let's screw everything and make my character look. No. I love Tekken as it is. Trust me. Like, the story is phenomenal, way more than what I've seen. Like, the only thing I would change is fix a few plot holes here, change a few things here. Heihachi stays dead. That's it. I would not drastically change it to the point where it's unrecognizable. Like, I do not want to do that. So, yeah, I basically just fix the eras and leave it alone, more or less. How did I see that coming? What? Gotcha. What? That's crazy. God. But yeah, I'm not here to break the story. I'm just here. What the heck? That was completely by accident. What? I forgot that. How to beat Eddie. Just throw more kicks at him. What? Dang, bro. I didn't know beating the Skembu would be crazy. Fun fact, Eddie is actually the worst matchup for Master Raven. And I'm not saying that as in Master Raven will lose. I'm saying that as in Eddie will lose. There's too many holes she can pick out. Bro's a low character, but Master Raven doesn't need to be close enough to kill you. You just need to be open and in the middle of an attack. And I can surfboard all over you. Draining on that wood. Draining on that wood. Beyonce, please me. You're right. Tekken doesn't need a big change. It just needs to fix a lot of continuity issues. Like, Steve... Okay. I'm not even gonna get into that. What? What? I'm blocking. I'm not even gonna get into that. Someone heard Steve and was like, ain't no way. I was only trying to escape. I was trying to escape. What? Ooh, very nice. What? Dang. Restart DC Comics? Nah. What? I literally was forwarding. Oh, we doing this now? What the what? No, what just happened? What the what? I'm sorry. What? Harada would never want to do restart? Of course not, because if he restarts his story, he's lost the record. Dang, I'm dead. I should have just went for a forward attack, but Harada would never want to restart the story because at that point restarting the story would mean he would lose his record, so it's a pride thing. If that were me, I would restart the story instantly. Tekken's story is not one that deserves a record. It deserves a complete retcon. There's so many holes. The characters are just running around, revolving around the main characters, which is basically the story. Like, that's the foundation of a story, of course, but it's in a way that nothing gets done outside and characters move. Like, everyone else except the Mishimas is on pause until they do something, which is not how a story should work. The world should go on, yes, of course, like, but the world should be moving around them as well as alongside them. So it just seems like a one-sided coin here. Wow. This black on black crime, guys. What? 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 I'm over here trying to move. My controller's getting swapped. Correct me. Correct me if I'm wrong. Mokujin is supposed to be dealing with Azazel? Jeez. With Azazel kind of gone, Mokujin being not in the game makes sense. Because Azazel's basically gone. Zafina took him. Zafina took him. Azazel is gone at this point. He's with Kazuya Mishima. So. So, I don't know. Mokujin not being in Tekken makes sense. Why? Why? Oh my god, my controller. I'm literally trying to do forward 1-2. Dang. So Tekken definitely has a story problem with how it moves. Okay, what? Yeah. Tekken's story definitely has a bunch of big strides. Big strides to take. And it's sad the fact that a movie was the best Tekken had to offer. Tekken doesn't have a lot of movies, sure, but it's sad that the best of Tekken was literally this one movie, and most of the characters in the roster were not in the game. That's what I'm saying. Like, it has to be a good story. It just thinks that every character in the roster needs to be a story. You only had a limited amount of characters. You didn't see one black character from Tekken 6 in Tekken Bloodline, but that didn't stop it from being a good story. Alyssa had more character development than any game she's been in, and Lars was not there. Crazy, right? Like, it's all about character placement. You just gotta know when and where to put someone. So dang it! Why did I move? Us. Okay, what? Ooh. I wanna get close to you. Baited. Wanna get closer. There's nowhere for you. Tekken Bloodline? That wasn't canon. But yes, it was good. Reminded me a lot of Jet Set Radio. One of the odd ones. I liked it a lot. I would have loved to see Tekken Bloodline go farther and see what they would have done with a lot of characters' designs. Cause long-haired Hatsune Miku Zhao Yu. Girlfriend, let me tell you about something called creativity. Girlfriend, she looked dope. What's funny is that everyone got mad when Zhao Yu beat Nina, but then they ended up confirming it in Zhao Yu's trailer, so it's kind of like, what did you expect? She's an assassin, not really a fighter. It's not really a surprise Nina would get beat. It's just... Dang it, I hate when I do that. Back off. The door. Okay, I'm literally like, what? Again, it happened. Dang, I didn't know I could haze under that. That's crazy. Ooh. Behind you, fool. Love interest. Okay. I keep forgetting that that is a spring trap. Ooh. Say hello to my little friend. Love interest like Julia, Zhao Yu, Christy. Oh my god, the harem hookup. Let's give Jin the old Playboy magazine special. Considering their alignments though, I don't think most of those people would like Jin. After all, Lucky Chloe is on the opposite side, so she probably feels like Jin is the worst dude ever. But then again, she could be one of those celebrities who's actually sensible behind closed doors. Rare, but possible. Julia, I don't think Julia would want to be seen hanging out with Jin. Zafina? She seems a little bit old for him. I don't know, Zafina does not seem like she's 20-something. Make Hwoarang's best hookup option is literally Asuka. Lily would just have to be the single third wheel who's unfortunately there because she decided to torture Asuka and is now stuck being a third wheel. Sorry, girlie. I'll make the rules here. But, yeah. Slept with Hwoarang? Garson is over here creating a harem. Bad Garson. Go to horny jail. Boop. Let me see. That's crazy. Bro's trying to turn this into Total Drama Island and High School DxD. Actually, hold up. Let's turn Tekken into High School DxD. Or just, you know, give it the panty and stocking treatment. Feels like an American version of Tekken. Yeah. Nah. The American version of Tekken would mean Master Raven is OP. Jin is for some reason bi or trans. And Kazuya is gender fluid. That's literally what they would do. They would make Master Raven the OP main character, turn Jin into a soy boy, and Kazuya would for some reason be bi and in love with Claudio Serafino, the flamboyant dude. That would be an American version. God said a nice copy XD. Rise, oh my god. But yeah, the American version would completely freak over the original. I'm done. High School DxD was wild. But I do love a good dancing scene. Hint, hint, dancing scene. I'm not gonna explain what that means. I'm just gonna have to take my dancing, quote, dancing as something. But yeah, don't let the Americans, don't let the Americans second, they'll ruin the story. They'll make Master Raven a girl boss, and I do not want her to become one of those. I mean, she girl bossed her way into, like, unit master rank below Victor, but I ain't trying to have her girl boss too hard into the sun, because that would be a travesty. Nah, Garson, you don't understand. If Tekken got into American hands, Lydia would be the last person in power. We are on a trail of white women are just as bad as white men in society in America. Lydia would be the last person they wanted power. Master Raven would be the only person they would want in power. Nice one. Wanna try that again? Try that again? Dang it. Yep, black woman. Yep, exactly. Like, you don't understand, Garson. When I tell you this, like, Americans right now hate white women, so putting Lydia as a main character and as the strongest would literally be the opposite of what they would do. So, Master Raven would obviously be the main character and the most powerful one in the series if Americans got their hands on Tekken. That would be terrible. So, yeah. They would put Master Raven in power, make it the main character, and somehow make demons the good guys who just wanted to chill for some reason. When demons literally want to destroy Tekken, so... Oh snap, that's a low. You wanna try and troll, bro? Let's go. I ain't afraid of you. Come on, bro. Let's go. Bro wants to pull out the combos. Oh, dang. But yeah, it'd be a girl power moment. They definitely treasure Nina because she doesn't want her kid and somehow find a way to kill off Steve because for some logical reason modern women would consider Steve abortion worthy, so they'd probably kill him off in episode 5 because my choice, my body, even though he's a fully grown adult. So yeah. Yeah, they'd probably force all that stupid ideology into Tekken and then be sad when people don't like it. I'd just watch because Matt's there so you guys don't have to, and then I can tell you guys how bad the story is. Trust me, I do for my few friends. Listen, don't it. Don't watch that garbage. Don't waste your time. I'll do it. Good characters in there. So. Don't let the Americans get a hold of Tekken unless we're talking about me. Let me get a handle of Tekken so I can help you guys build your story and make a good origin story for my favorite character. You guys don't know the junk I have up my sleeve actually. Like the origin story I have for Master Raven. Chef's Keys. And I got 3 versions of goated stories, so you know, let me get a hold of Tekken. I will make a dope origin story for Master Raven, and you can consider it canon or not, I don't care, but it will be within the canon lines, and no, she will not be a Mary Sue. No, I won't be gender bending anyone. No, I won't turn Jin into a soy boy. So yeah, let me make a show or movie for Tekken. It will have all the things that Tekken players love. Fight scenes, good tension, a little bit of romance for the people who like to ship Jin and Zhao Yu. And it will be goated. So let me make a movie for Tekken. I will make sure that as a Tekken fan that movie will have all the bells and whistles and nothing that shouldn't belong in there. So, yeah. Let the fans create the content. Some people who don't know what Tekken is. She'll have her t-shirt. What the fuck? This is female. I'm done. Is Julia really the only feminist character? Yeah. I think so. I know fellow Americans would definitely like Anna because she sleeps around, and apparently in today's culture sleeping around is the thing you should be doing. But nah, they would definitely love Anna. Be like, more of Anna, more add Anna, add her for some reason where she shouldn't be. Yeah, they definitely love Anna. She is like the modern day feminist. Sleep around girl boss. Have break down at 3 AM. And repeat cycle. So, yeah, there's that.
New challenger.
Give me them bars. No bars. Skip. Yes. Tekken story, don't let anyone from California touch it, and don't let any Americans touch it. Unless that American is improved by Harada himself to say, yes, make me. And like give them rules. If I were to be like, you guys can make a movie, I just need you to follow these set of rules. And if you don't follow these set of rules and I see the entire film, we're pulling the plug, we're destroying the film, we're never ever again. And no one from America shall be allowed to make the movie. Like, yeah, I'm that strict. Like, I don't like people messing with stuff, so if you mess up your one chance to do it, then you just messed up your one chance. That's why I don't like ideologies getting in the way of creativity. Sure, there becomes a hindrance in how to work around this, but you mess something up, story falls apart, it's no longer the same thing you loved. I'm not taking my chance. If you can't follow these specific rules for making this project or whatever, that's it. That's all you get. Messed up your chance. Congratulations. This film will never be seen by anyone outside the room. Like, yeah. If I were Harada, you must follow these rules, and if you don't follow them, you will never get the chance to make a Tekken film ever again. And neither will anyone else. Don't mess it up. No pressure. But like, yeah. stickler for keeping things the way they should be. And if they're not right as they are, then change it. But not to the point where the thing that, you know, it is unrecognizable. Like, God forbid someone get a hold of my OTP that isn't Robert Rodriguez or any of his children. Oh my freaking God. That would be so horrible. Like, God forbid someone make Shark Boy gay. Ugh. That'll be the worst. Like, I dread the day that someone else other than Robert Rodriguez and his children get a hold of my OTP. I am genuinely going to cry if that ever happens, because this dude is literally like masculine to the nines, bro. Aggressive, muscular, good looking. I mean, looking as a kid, but we were all kids at one point or another, so But, God forbid someone get a hold of my OTP. I'm going to lose it. I'm genuinely like, that would be a nightmare. I would be like, I'm done. Send me to Mars. Throw me into the sun. Like, oh my God. That is one of the few things I dread in life. Which I'm hoping that doesn't happen anytime soon, because Robert is still alive and so are his kids. I need We Can Be Heroes. I am content deprived. Oh my God, it's this guy again! Okay, hold up. It's this guy again. It's this guy who thinks he can outsmart me. Gotcha. Ooh. Got me. But yeah. There's a way different than you guys is, trust me. Ooh. I forgot the low kick. So, yeah, my nightmares and you guys' nightmares are way different. Way different. Nope. Oh my God. Oh my God, bro. Stop waking- oh my God, girlfriend. Stop waking up that way. Oh, there goes my headphone piece. Bro thinks he's a junk just because he got it like that. Like, bro, you're not him. It's okay. You're not him. It's okay, bro. Just learn to suck like the rest of us. Oh my God. Nope. What? Stop trying to grab me, bro. I ain't one of your homies. Nope. Nope. Yeah, so my nightmares are way different from you guys' nightmares, trust me. The day I die is the day some director from California gets a hold of my childhood. Cause I know that ish is going to be hot garbage. Hot, flaming, and crying garbage. What do you think of the word black fatigue? You mean ninja fatigue? Is that what you're talking about? Because if that's what you're talking about, then Of course I have ninja fatigue. Like, black people are annoying. Especially the hood ratchet. Like, it's not cute. It may be cute when you were a kid, but it's not cute. Ninja fatigue, yes. Yes, that is a thing. That's a very stupid thing. Of course I know what that means. Okay, why did I move? Nope. Stop trying to grab me. I'm not one of your buddies. So, black fatigue, yeah, very much a thing. You done? You done? You done? Ooh, very nice. Ooh. Why did I do that? What? My starter was a scam. Iron Heart, not interested. I don't want a black girl boss. I want a Master Raven. Sensibly powerful, not the main character. Still a good character with a lot of stuff to be had. Not a Mary Sue. She's definitely more powerful than most. If Raven could beat Heihachi, then that means she could beat Kazuya, but base form Kazuya, powerful, but not OP. I don't want a black girl boss. I had to deal with freaking stupid black ninjas and freaking high school thought they were girl bosses. You're not a girl boss. You're just dumb and as dumb as you look. I'm serious. They passed those kids on. I'm not trying, bro. Come on. Any freaking way. Cute. Gotcha! Like, bro, you're not it. You're not him. Calm down. You will never be a good Tekken player if you keep this up. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh. Bro got comfortable. Bro got comfortable. 2 wasn't good? Yeah, that's what I've been saying. Black Panther 2 wasn't good. Aw, he left. Aw, left. Aw, the King player left. Baby King player left. Aw. Bro thought he could get away with it. You're not him, man. You'll be stuck at that rank if you don't go into ranked and learn something. Learn from this! Anyway. Black Panther 2 was, trash. It should have ended with an epic fight, or with an epic resolution after an epic fight, but it was just a convoluted, bloated romance story. Yeah, Black Panther 2 sucked. Black Panther 2 sucked, you know. Shuri did not carry. Shuri put on that suit and got body slammed. Shuri put on that suit and fell over and tripped. Shuri put on that suit and got clapped. Like, no, Black Panther was trash. I'm the only one who thinks that. I'm gonna have to leave this guy after 2 matches and call it because it is 11:50 and you guys know I don't do over games because trying to fix the thumbnail for that is tedious. So after like maybe 1 or 2 fights, I'm gonna have to call it. But yeah, Black Panther 2 was terrible. The thing is about playing Master Raven, the intricacies with dealing with other characters, so freaking crazy. I mean, you spot openings that are unbelievably close and unbelievably, like, dangerous. She really makes you think on edge. Ooh. Ooh. Nice stuff, dude. He's a vanquisher, okay. Ooh. Ooh, I've never seen a Jin do that. Yeah, he's definitely good. Nope. Sword out, yeah. That's a real vanquisher right there. Not everyone can pull out the sword and get away with it. The trick is to using the wall. Because they killed off T'Challa? No, they didn't. Because they killed off. Nah, they didn't kill off T'Challa. The director's decision to not continue T'Challa in honor of Chadwick Boseman was correct. The part that it fell off was the fact that trying to seem like Shuri could do the same of what Chadwick Boseman did. They should have just cut it there and said, we need time to figure out what's going to happen with Black Panther after Chadwick Boseman's passing. That's what I feel like they should have done. That's what I should have done instead of thinking Shuri could pull off being the second Black Panther but female. That is one role you genuinely should not girl boss. Like, that is one role they genuinely should have not have girl bossed into the sun. Ooh, nice switch up. Ooh, wall carry. Let's go, King. Let's go, King. There we go. Dang, got him. Did he plug? This fool plugged. I was finna say, don't plug on me. Don't be a coward. Ooh, that's a mean dodge. Wall carry. Okay, King, go off. Ooh. Okay. Race drive. Let's go. There we go. Ooh, got me. See what I say? Like, bro, this character got hidden T-Rex arms. Ooh, ooh. My freaking thing keeps getting caught on my leg. Like, there's a lot of lean outs with Jin. Season 1. They all left in season 2. Yeah. Man, if I started playing or streaming Tekken 8, y'all would be like, why are y'all playing this game? Like, don't you have Stellar Blade? You don't have Marvel's Rivals yet? Oh, y'all would be asking me, be like, why are you playing this game? Y'all would be asking me to go back to Tekken 7. Alright, I'm gonna do one more with this dude and then I'm gonna end it because I'm not doing a double stream today or anytime soon.
I hope you're a bear.
Won't you be my...
Round 1. Fight.
Ooh, keep out. Keep out. Keep out. Yeah, I can play the game too, bro. They never remember the tech. Stellar Blade is gonna have a sequel. Ooh. Ooh, very nice. Take me to the wall. Let's go. No? Gotcha.
Round 3. Fight.
What the heck? Dude is good. This is what I want to see. Keep out. Very nice. Ooh. Faked me. Nice. And that is how you win a match. Stellar Blade has already been greenlit for the next sequel coming out next year. So that's gonna be awesome. We get GTA 6, Stellar Blade 2, which the soundtrack is gonna be kicking, of course, because Stellar Blade 1, Stellar Blade soundtrack. Like, good stuff, truly. Good stuff. Yeah, I feel like Tekken should really take notes with how to treat its devs. You should be treating the people who work on the game, not the people who have deep pockets and already hold a share in the company. They already got enough money. You need to be treating the people who work for basic, like, working on this game. You should be treating those people. Like, Stellar Blade did it right, setting an example. $1,000 bonus to every employee who worked on the game, and a free PS5 Pro. Like, that is crazy. If I know Korean as a Japan person, and I found out that Bandai Namco gave my boss an incentive, and he has to sit a day in my chair trying to balance and like make a character rig for the game, I'd quit and go work for Shift Up. Like, that's what I would do. Like, they are getting paid good money for this one game, and it's only been out a year. Oh, I'm quitting Tekken. Like, I am getting a raise at Shift Up. Let me go work for them, because they know how to treat people working for this game. Like, crazy, man. Well, I'm gonna end it here. I hope you guys had a fun time and enjoyed me nerding out. I am on Twitter at, you know, RaveCave5 in case you want to discuss whatever, Tekken, anything besides Tekken. I'm down, so long as you don't send me any questionable pictures or whatever. But DMs are open. Feel free to send me whatever. Art, story ideas, whatever, Tekken stuff. Basically almost anything on the design that isn't gonna ruin my eyes, because I'm not afraid to block you. I will block you. I don't play them games. You ruin your one chance, that's it. That's all you get. I'm blocking you. But with that being said, I hope you guys have a nice day, and I hope you guys stay safe wherever you may be. It's crazy out here. People are nuts. It's more dangerous. Don't die. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.
Heihachi Mishima is dead.
I'm here now. I'm doing the best I can. Where are you now? That your dreams come true. Here we go. What does the word mean? Should only be a smile on your face. Answer me, let us see God. The sun rises again. When will that time return? Swear you won't give up. Break out. Take my take, break out. Anything step outside. Let me know, never sin. Break down, make my story. Get down, they call history. My heartbeat, beat faster. Shout, shout, shout.